Luke chapter 20, 41 through 47. But he said to them, "How can they say that the Christ is David's son? For David himself says in the book of Psalms, 'The Lord said to me, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstools.' David thus calls himself Lord, so how is he his son?" And in the hearing of all the people, he said to his disciples, "Beware of the scribes who like to walk around in long robes and love greetings in the marketplaces and the best seats in the synagogues and the place of honor at feasts, who devour widows' houses and for the pretense make long prayers. They will receive the greater condemnation." Luke 22, 1 through 6. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew near, which is called the Passover, and the chief priests and the scribes were seeking how to put him to death, for they feared the people. Then Satan entered unto Judas called Iscariot, who was one of the number of 12. He went away and conferred with the chief priests and officers, how he might betray him to them. And they were glad and agreed to give him money. So he consented and sought the opportunity to betray him to them in the absence of the crowd. We're reading today on Holy Wednesday about who Jesus says that he is, and he gives us a warning about the scribes and how we should not be pompous in ourselves and make ourselves something that we're not, and put ourselves at the head of the table and think we're all that. And then the scripture in 22, 1 through 6 talks about Judas betraying Jesus, and how the Pharisees and scribes sought to kill him. And we know that Jesus allowed himself to be taken away. He allowed himself to be betrayed, and we know that Jesus knew what was going on, and he knew that he would be betrayed, and he knew who the betrayer was, and even all of that, Jesus allowed it to happen. We know that when he prayed, he said, "Father, let this cup pass from me, but if it be your will, I will drink of it. I'll do this that you ask." What an amazing love that God would give us his greatest possession, his only child, his only son, and that Jesus would give us all that he had, which was his life. We know who Jesus is. We know that the scripture says that he is that root of David and that he is from that lineage, but we know that he's so much more to us. He's exactly what we need when we need it. For the fatherless, he is the father. For the hopeless, he is hope. For the sick, he is healer. For the broken, he's that glue that brings us together. Jesus is what you need when you need it and where you need it. And for some of us, he's what we needed when we didn't even know we needed.